Hi, guys. Thanks for watching our whichever week this is of virtual Y Wednesdays, introducing you to the best people in our community that can help take you personally or professionally to the next level. And I'm excited to let my guest, Jeff, introduce himself. Obviously, we have the same fashion and support our friend Paige Roth in True Roots Chiropractic. So, Jeff, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Yes, Jeff Reed with the Elevate Co. My wife and I also own AR Workshop here in Ankeny. Like Jacob said, super stoked we have the same fashion sense today. It was unplanned, so glad that we can both look good in a hat.
That's right. But for you, it's because, your hair doesn't look good. For me, it's because I'm bald.
Correct. Yes,
Mm.
I have a barber lined up on Monday. I'm ready to get rid of the 1990 curl.
Amazing. Well, can you tell us a little bit about Elevate Co. and kind of what you guys are doing? Um,
Yeah. Absolutely. So, business transformation is really what we focus on, anywhere from entrepreneurs to organizations to nonprofits. It's really to take a deep dive into what the operations are, what the marketing strategies may be, and then the innovation. So, how can we help your company or any company really pivot just on a daily basis? Pre all this pandemic stuff, that's really what we focus and specialize in is evolving and pivoting and testing out businesses and their models and finding new avenues of revenue.
yeah, well, amazing. And that does pivot a little bit to always the next question is the ideal client. So somebody that's watching right now, they're calling you or they're thinking this and like, hey, Jeff, here's what we're trying to do, or here's where some of those snags are, or here's where this problem we just can't seem to get over. Like, who are those people that as they're talking to you about some of their issues and things they're trying to accomplish, that you kind of get that giddy kid in a candy store, Jacob excited type of feeling going, there's something that we could do to help you.
I would say for us, it's really when people want to change, when people are all about evolving, when they aren't stuck in saying, well, this is how we've done it, or they're not complacent. Right now is a great example where before all of this, any change that businesses had was kind of a back burner item, right? It's like, yeah, we'll get to that, we'll get to that. But now it's a critical item. They
Mm-hmm.
have to change, they have to redo things internally, externally, because they get to reintroduce their brand to people, but they have to do it in a different way. And so, people that have that willingness to want to change, that open mindset, and see that change is I don't know, a driver or a catalyst to business growth are the people that when they talk about that and they're excited about it, I mean, we just tend to click.
Well, awesome. So this shouldn't come as a surprise. We're on Y Wednesday, and so everybody that's watching is keen in trying to find out what is just why. What's that thing that gets you up to go start? And to be fair, you have three or four. I lose track how many businesses you and your wife have now started. But what is that? And I sometimes I joke and I say, what is that thing that gets you out of bed on a Monday morning in the dead of winter when it's like negative 40 degrees outside in Iowa? Yeah, there's like, man, I get to go to work. What is that driving why for you?
I would say it's definitely evolved. Right now, it's being able to provide for the family. I mean, that's truly like we're in it. My wife and I both being self-employed. Really practicing and disciplining being resilient
Mhm.
and knowing that our two girls depend on us that we have,
Mhm.
um, but digging deep and embracing the opportunity of us being our own bosses and knowing that every day we're so excited to get to make our own decisions, create our own opportunities, and have this life or this vision that we want. And all the hard work that we put in has, we've been blessed with some really great results. And again, I think it just comes back to the family aspect, and being quarantined, it brings it to light even more because it's what we do focus on right now. There's more alone time with the family, and you're at home and you're just not out socializing as much. So, definitely the family. I mean, that's what drives us to be the best we can to create opportunities for us and our kids.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you do have adorable kids. So,
Thank you.
and he's already talked about it. He hasn't said it yet, so I'll say it because we talked about it before this. But his wife is definitely the better half, and so,
100%.
and so she's awesome too. And if you ever get the opportunity to do any project with the AR workshop, uh, Jeff and his wife are both amazing. And so, but you'll find out which one is the better of the two.
She's better, absolutely. She makes me look like a wimp. She's a strong, independent business owner, and she just makes it happen. So even getting to share the room with her thoughts and ideas sometimes is just you sit back and it's just kind of, you sit in awe, right?
Yeah.
You're amazed at how strong and powerful your other half is when it comes to business, and challenges you to be better.
Yeah, that's true. So you guys are amazing. So, but for our last thing, I always want to leave those that are watching something they could take away, apply today. And if they did that, regardless of whether they ever reach out to you, regardless of if you're ever a good fit to be able to help them in their business, to give some sort of valuable piece of advice. And so, what would be a thing that's either personal or professional? A piece of advice that we could give our viewers to watch or to take away today and start making it better tomorrow, especially now that we're in this like COVID-19 world that's going to change what our worlds are like for decades to come.
Right.
And so what would be a piece of advice or two?
I would say personally, knowing that if you can make it through this, if what we're experiencing for a lot of people, I mean, this is very much an emotional journey.
Mm-hmm.
Having that resiliency, that as things open up or things do tend to get better, or whatever that may be, that if you're able to make it through this, it's going to make a lot of things hopefully easier in life, right? This has probably pushed you physically, emotionally, professionally to the max. And that there will be kind of a rebound back of that, and it will get better. As far as a business advice, I would say use the operating guidelines of how you are now moving forward, right? So always operate in this feeling of evolving, of changing, of putting it at the forefront of connecting with your customers in different ways to maximize your business, right? Because a lot of people are realizing that they can do more with less right now.
Right.
And that because they're forced to change or forced to pivot, it's actually been better for their business. And there's some people coming out better off, and finding the silver linings of all that, because we talk a lot right now about how there was a normal, it went to not normal. Then there's this kind of pseudo normal, right? But we think there's going to be a better normal. Not a new normal, but a better normal. And that better normal is going to be you learning things about yourself, both personally and professionally, across the board. So those would maybe be my words of advice, something a little more optimistic than what we tend to hear in the media and on social media. But continue to evolve and push yourself.
That's amazing. And I love that. And so I do want to take a moment just to say thank you, Jeff, for being willing to come on and talk and tell a little bit of your story. And then for those that are watching, honestly, Jeff is one of the best people that I know, period. Whether that's helping you with your business or just being able to laugh or just positivity and everything. Jeff just has this contagious kind of personality to him that just draws people together. So if you don't know him, honestly, connect with him, reach out with him. He's amazing. He's a great connector as well. So there's my plug for Jeff Reed, Ankeny All-Star. And so
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So anyway, but honestly, reach out to him, and thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week. Cheers, guys.